Hey everyone, this is Mentor Tuba. I'm going to discuss a PfMP scenario in this video. The scenario is pretty a short one. Let me read it out first and then we are going to discuss the option choices. You're working as a portfolio manager. What should you do before commencing a new portfolio component in the portfolio? Simple. And the four option choices that we have are A, request approval from the governance board. B, proceed with the change management process to update the portfolio management plan and roadmap. C, authorize the initiation of the portfolio component. And D, request the resources needed from the portfolio sponsor to execute the component. Whenever we answer a question in the exam, the first and the foremost thing is to keep an eye on what is being asked. What is the ask of the question, which is the last line of the question. So this question is asking a very simple thing from you as a portfolio manager, that what should you do before commencing a new portfolio component in the portfolio. And you should be knowing that when we say portfolio component, what do we mean by that? Portfolio component is any project or program. It could be a product as well. It could be even operational elements and support as well in the portfolio. So as a portfolio manager, what is the primary or the necessary step before you add a new component in your portfolio? And the answer is pretty simple. If you are working in a portfolio management capacity and if you are not new to PMI's world, the answer is pretty simple. Even you can answer it without seeing the option choices, that you need to get it authorized from the steering committee. And once they approve it, then you proceed with the necessary portfolio management activities, which include adding that component, adjusting the other components on ground of scope, schedule, budget, resources, starting the component in alignment to the other components where dependencies do exist, and ensuring that the component delivers the result in alignment to the portfolio vision and portfolio objectives. Right? The process is simple. And in alignment to that, the answer is option A, requesting the approval from the portfolio governance board. So I think our answer is pretty simple. And if you would like to know that why portfolio governance board, why portfolio manager himself can't approve a component, to be honest with you, portfolio manager can approve a portfolio component as well in special conditions, depending on the delegated authority rights he has as per the governance model of that portfolio. But that could be conditional. That could be subjective to the condition. As a general rule, the portfolio component initiation, authorization, any major changes which impacts the portfolio vision, objectives, and benefits at a more strategic level, and portfolio component closure or termination, all of these portfolio activities are supposed to be approved from the steering committee of that portfolio. And once the approval is there, then the necessary action steps of adjusting the different artifacts and reports and assets and this and that should be done under the supervision of portfolio manager. So why A is the correct answer is obvious. Why B, C, D are not the correct answers? Because they are not the very first step in this process. So, like I said, the first step after getting the approval from the portfolio governance board is to ensure that the necessary budgets, the necessary resources, headcounts are also approved, which is D. So A, then D. And after this, the portfolio manager is going to go back to the component teams, and he is going to make sure that the portfolio roadmap and portfolio management plan and portfolio budget and different other artifacts like risk register and stakeholder register and whatever is needed to be updated, portfolio process asset as well. All of that are going to be accommodated and adjusted accordingly. The interdependencies where they exist, those need to be sorted out, and the component managers, they need to collaborate and interconnect with each other to understand that how their components and their resources and their schedules and budgets may get impacted because of that. All of that is going to happen. So A, then D, then B. And yes, as a portfolio manager, authorizing the initiation of the portfolio component until and unless the hints are there in the scenario, C is not the regular case, right? C could be a possibility, but for that you need to have the additional context available in the scenario. So this is the order A, D, B, and after that, just optimizing the portfolio with the new component and the existing components. Okay? This is how it happens. I hope you like this explanation. A is the correct answer to this question. I will be back very soon with a new PfMP scenario. Till then, take care. Goodbye.